Yeah, now coming back to our ongoing discussion on AI and long-term promotion of mental health and well-being. So we are talking about how to make an X-ray of one's emotional intelligence, where we discussed about Wong and Law emotional intelligence as well as Barron's EQI. I would recommend to all of you, if you get a chance, please undergo the emotional intelligence test developed by Robert Barron. So that will give you a clear indication of your current status of emotional intelligence. And when you contact any psychologist who knows the concept of emotional intelligence or who is a practitioner in the field of emotional intelligence, will be in a better position to guide you further for your personal growth and development related to emotional intelligence. So as you all know that every organization needs to make a diagnosis of their emotional intelligence. Probably after diagnosis you will get to know the status of your employees, where you will try to build up a group, low EI group. So after the assessment, the moment you make X-ray of EI, so you will be likely to create group high EI, then low EI or medium EI and low EI group. So leave this group apart. When you compare this, so you can have different mechanisms to develop. Take this group differently because they are at least having average profile, but more focus will be on these groups, those who are low on their emotional intelligence, they are below average or having a poor status. This is what we call the optimum, as we discussed in Barron's EQ mapping. And maybe we will not call it as a treatment. Those who are poor in, they need immediate psychological counseling. Psychological counseling, as you all know that prevention is better than cure, but if they are suffering from some emotional deficiencies, what we call emotional disorders, maybe they will be referred to psychiatrist. So that is where psychodiagnostic profile of people with medical problems, such as, like, say for examples, some people are having cancer diseases, heart diseases, or suffering from AIDS. So usually these people's self-esteem is quite low, and this is something that affects one's emotional and motivational self. And why? Because this is directly affecting your state of optimism. In a recent research, in cancer research, it has been seen that positive psychology is playing a big role for the survival of cancer patients, because the role of positivity, role of positive psychology is enhancing the immune system of patients. This is directly a neuroimmunological evidence. Neuroimmunological studies has reported that optimism enhances the survival capacity of cancer patients, or people those who are living with cancer or heart diseases or AIDS. So that's why nowadays even doctors are recommending, do not create further stress those who are suffering from this kind of disease. Always bring them to us, give maximum social support as possible, create humor, smile, laughter in their face, so that their survival strategy or coping capacity is enhanced. So this is one way to do it. Another is that improving the parenting techniques. When you observe that there is some sort of psychological or emotional deficiency your kid is suffering from, So, this is the main important, I would say that it is a moral responsibility of the parents, because we often say that the family is the first school of any child. So, parents are the first teacher, parents are the first teacher. So, any kind of training advice would result in a better way than a teacher in a school. So, that is why. So, we have also published a paper in Sci Inside, there is a journal, not journal exactly, it is a magazine, psychological magazine published by one association, Indian Health Research Association, who published Indian Journal of Positive Psychology. We published a paper highlighting the role of parenting. Even one of my research scholars, Pratishta, has published a paper on parenting. What kind of parenting style is better for enhancing the social adjustment of their children. So, we conducted this study in school setup. It is published in one of the Canadian journal, International Journal of Applied Psychology. This is published by Canadian Centre for Education and Research. So, we have seen that there are specific parenting styles, they improves the social adjustment of students, particularly in developing their emotional immune systems and developing social responsibility to be a good citizens. So, this can be also included in our educational curriculums, that a teacher should adopt a particular style of nurturing students' behavior and controlling students' behavior by providing guidance, counseling, and etc. But when you look at the whole training process of emotional intelligence, so let us, before going to this training phases, I would say that there are many other direct methods by the help of which we can improve the emotional intelligence status of people, so that their health and well-being is restored. Yeah, these are some of the direct methods that in fact we could not discuss in the last class thoroughly. So, there are some common methods such as good role models. So, teachers should refer certain role models, like somebody wants to be the famous engineer, those who are in engineering subjects. Somebody is doing doctor, he wants to be the best doctor in the world. Like say somebody is doing science in physics, he says I want to be just like Einstein or Newton, something like that. I also ask what is the aim of your life? Somebody wants to be a bureaucrat, somebody wants to be a politician. So, the teacher, why somebody follows certain role models? So, what is the benefit of that? Because they want to imitate certain characteristics. Say for example, somebody wants to be like Mahatma Gandhi, because he believes in non-violence. So, he wants to guide others how to restore international peace through non-violence, reducing conflicts. So, that is how teachers, trainers and parents, even leaders in their organizations, leaders like Jamshedji Tata, they talk about their forefathers, how they have led this business and creates empire of business. Like in Reliance companies, how Dhirubhai Ambani, for a small business to create a global empire of business. So, these kind of stories, role models, histories should be communicated to the next level of people of their organizations. And yes, inspirational speech, like Shiv Khera says, winners do not do different things, they do things differently. So, that is how you can inspire people, you can motivate people, which could include politicians, especially our freedom fighter also. By observing these role models, children, students as well as adults, they learn gradually how to analyze and cope with human behavior. Some people say, I want to be like Netaji Subhash Bose, but while there is another moderate group, they say, no, I do not want to be extreme person. I believe in non-violence, I am a follower of Gandhi, I am a follower of Nehru. So, this is how they try to inculcate certain values and virtues which will help them to be a good person in their future. That is the main aim of suggesting follow a good role model of your life. There is another direct reading classes on personality development, value education. Nowadays different TV programs are coming up, like Tarak Mehta Ulta Chashma, where there is a small kid group, Tappu Sena. There is a boy who is known as Tappu, who is leading all kids in that society. There is a 5-6 family staying in that society, and the serial goes on. And how this small boy is leading a team of his followers and rescuing the society when the society is in trouble. And that is how and the parents and all the neighborhoods peoples are appreciating them. Oh, great going, Tapu, keep it up. So that is how one needs to encourage good values, good acts, good behaviors in children to come up. By reading personality improvements books, articles are quite helpful. Like day before yesterday I was reading about why people should go to temple or why one should worship. That is a wonderful article day before yesterday. It was published in the Speaking Tree. In that Hindi people, Hindu people, they perform different rituals, very complex rituals. Is worshipping a god is contingent upon very strict rules and regulations. Just last month it was known as the Kartik Mass, one of the holy month of Hindu people, where particularly in Odisha, I don't know about other parts of country, the Kartik Mass is celebrated like anything by worshipping Lord Kartik, the son of Lord Shiva. Kartik is the eldest son and Ganesha is the youngest son. So you will be surprised to know no non-veg at all throughout the month till Kartik Purnima. And unbelievable, I would call it hypocrisy. The next day of Kartik Purnima is called Chhadakhai. This is a Odia concept called Chhadakhai. Chhadakhai means you have kept fast not to have non-veg throughout this month. The day this month ends and you are eagerly waiting to have all sort of non-veg. What is the hypocrisy? Really, and I feel very surprised. There are many other rituals also in other parts of the country. God knows. Then what if there are people who takes non-veg in a particular day like Sunday, Friday or Wednesday, but they don't take non-veg on Monday, Thursday, because Thursday is the day celebrated or worships. They worship goddess Lakshmi. Monday is for Lord Shiva. I don't understand. If you are non-vegetarian, you keep on eating it. If you are vegetarian, keep on eating it. But no, that is a belief that has been built up over the years, and that's why I was reading here, referring to the day before yesterday article. It was published in Times of India, under the column of Speaking Tree. Why should I worship? So the author was trying to focus on the worship should be just like freedom of expression. It should be independently exercised. So just like when you feel you want to go for a walk, you going for a walk. You want to play, you go and play. So whenever you need to go to temple, you go to temple and you pray for some time, then come back. No, if you are a lower caste, you cannot enter the temple. And before entering into temple, you should take bath. So this is what we call some of the things that are being practiced without having any logic. So these are certain barriers that needs to be rectified to nurture and develop good mindset, good attitude, or good means positive attitude to nurture a positive behaviors. And in fact, if you bring some sort of purification in these, then probably the society will be in a better position than creating hatred among god and goddesses, creating hatred among religions, among caste, among social groups, etc. One can learn from his or her own life experiences if he or she is introspective. Like say for example, somebody has undergone too much turmoil in his life, but out of those emotional distress, the man has come up Now he has established himself. So ask that person to tell his success stories. Like, I used to say in my class, how many of you have seen the movie Titanic? And I used to quote the emotional intelligence of that lady, the heroine, you can say, who talks about the movie, and the movie goes to the flashback when she was during her teenage. That shows how emotionally she coped with such situations. So this kind of stories should be. So that means one should understand failure is never final, success is never end. So that is the true story of emotional intelligence. It is a continuous process. Life is a continuous process. We have to be emotionally assertive and sustainable. Attending workshop and seminar on personality development programs, like media programs, can be very informative and educative. Many Brahmakumaris and Brahmakumars are coming on televisions. They're talking about spirituality, peace, non-violence, then mental state of affairs, how to manage stress. Of course, this kind of, although one cannot overnight develop his emotional stability or stress management skills, but this kind of lectures, this kind of programs definitely will help them to focus on their mind, on peace and tranquility. Then another thing is called the positive aspect of religion can offer a lot of solace and guidance. This is, every religion has some sort of positive qualities, and no religion creates violence against other religions. It is the people who are the custodian, so-called custodian of the religion, they try to highlight my religion is superior than your religions. This is nothing but emotional appeal to divide and rule. That's all about this kind of appealing. But religion is religion, a way of life, reaching at God or reaching at a superpower, what we call. So only the roads are different, but destination is one. So that is how it should be regulated. The human behavior should be regulated. Another important lessons came from the work of Karen and Harold. They talked in their self science that this is this me. The EQ can be developed by developing the following ingredients such as self awareness. Well, when I conduct training programs, I used to project this kind of quotations to my audience, like, I fear the truth until I saw the ugliness in lies. This is the real self awareness. Even telling lies, if you do not feel that you are okay, then thereafter you feel it would have been better had I said or had I spoken the truth. I fear success until I realized that I had to try in order to be happy with myself. Some people say, no, this is not my cup of tea, please give it to other. So that means what you are doing, you are inviting failure before it comes. Try, give a try to it, experiment with the truth. That is what, because otherwise how you will know that what is your potentiality without making use of your competencies. The next is, I fear being alone until I learn to like myself. In this world, until you learn to survive yourself, nobody will help you out. Many times, when I was in Delhi, I was alone, I was not married. Then some people say, how long you will survive alone? Well, no, when I am alone, I watch TV. When I am working alone, I put the earphone and put the music, then I walk down. That's why you have to find out, these are survival strategies. I am not alone, the whole world is like me, moving alone. When you are going work, who is with you? When you are coming from work, who is with you? We all are alone, but it is how you are managing your isolations. So that's why I fear being alone until I learn to like myself. If you see, oh my God, everything is lost in this world, I don't have friends, I don't have colleagues, I don't have good family, then everything you will say will look like empty for you. Don't look at the empty side of life, always look at the full side of life. There is life full of happiness, pleasure, fun, etc., etc. The moment you want to have fun, then we will catch hold of some friends, let's go movie, let's have a cup of coffee. That's why I used to tell the students, whenever you are feeling isolated, catch hold of a friend, take him for a cup of tea, go for a long walk, etc., etc. That is the best way to manage isolation, and probably that will reduce their depressive tendencies. I fear rejection until I learn to have faith in myself. This is one of the biggest principle behind losing self confidence. The moment you feel, oh my God, what will happen if I say something I am not sure of. So actually you are creating a irrational fear of rejection within yourself. So the moment, that is why we often say that if you are confident of doing something, even if you are not competent. See, I will here make a distinction between confidence and competent. You can achieve a goal if you have confidence without having competency. You require competency. Suppose you are a psychologist, you need some computer work, but you don't have computer knowledge. So what would be the way out? Catch hold of some person. So that's why we often say in organizational affairs, EQ, why EQ is very important, interpersonal relations. If you have good relationship with your colleagues, you will say, hi Professor so and so, I need a little help, or I want to collaborate my research with you because there are certain things I want to hire from you, and you will be also benefited, like collaborative research projects are going on. So that is where I say that you are not competent, but your confidence of having help, you can connect with others, you can delegate your work to others. That is where you can achieve your goal. So that's why I fear rejection until I learn to have faith in myself. Yes, I can do it. That can do attitude is nothing but confidence and a sign of high AI. Next is, I fear failure until I realize that I only fail when I don't try. This is the truth of life. Unless until you try or you experiment with certain activity, then till that time you remain as a failure. I fear people's opinion until I learn that people would have opinions about me anyway. There is a famous song sung by Kishore Kumar. Yeah, kuch to log kahenge, logon ka kaam ek kahna. So what does it mean? People will have opinion. If you are doing good work, people say, oh my God, I don't know what this man is doing, all worthless job he is doing. I always see he is sitting on the table, but God knows what he is doing. But if you do not do, then people say, oh, he does nothing, he just go here and there, spend time, creates conflict, etc., etc. So there is nobody in this world who is popular and loved by all. So that's why you often say people will have opinion at any way. Don't bother about those. Keep focus on your work and keep going. That's all. I fear pain until I learn that it's necessary for growth. We often say that emotionally intelligent people are very easy in managing pain also. They can divert their distressful time to the positive one with the help of sharing, caring, mixing and interacting with her. But because life is there is no shortcut to success, we often say that. So in order to gain, you have to take some pain. So that is why we often say that no pain, no gain. So people often struggle for changing something else. See, change is inevitable, and we often say that change is the only constant in this world. Change is the only constant. What does it mean? That means every day, every time, every moment change is happening. So it's possible, you can change yourself. There only, it's just like a traffic jam where you are looking at a red light, then wait for the green light, you can change. you are by the help of training, modification, watching, observation, imitation, you can reach at the green stage. That is why we often say that habit takes time, but efforts to change, anyone can improve with efforts. So that is how the change, bringing change in human life through emotional intelligence. But how people practice emotional intelligence in organizations, we will discuss when we will be talking about the concept of leadership and other areas. Now coming back to the focusing on training of emotional intelligence, like teaching life skills. Many life skills professionals are available in many NGO sectors. They are providing life skills to uneducated mass who can help themselves, who can run a small business. Like even government is also nowadays sponsoring making people efficient, and skill building. Skill building, National Skill Development Corporation, National Skill Development, NSDC. Every year the government has target to make people confident, self-sufficient by nurturing certain skills and competencies. So apart from technical competencies, we also need to educate people on non-technical skills, like say for examples, their managerial skills, behavioral skills, interpersonal skills. These are very important. So this behavior relates to attitude, values and beliefs. Interpersonal, basically interpersonal communications, interaction, etc., etc. So likewise, there are certain emotional skills. We also need to teach them certain emotional skills, what we call emotional intelligence skills. So what are those? How to make people assertive, how people make emotionally mature, how to make people confident under stressful decisions. You will find highly technocrat peoples like in our IIT, how technical they are sound. If you ask, oh, can you come down to the front and say that you are President of India, why? Or sometimes I ask, okay, say for 1 minute, if I were the President of India. Sir, how can we talk like this without any preparations? No preparation is required. It is your confidence, how you exercise yourself, because every day you are listening about President, you are listening about Prime Minister. Now that is where, in order to build self-confidence and strong decision-making skills, we want to conduct certain programs through assertiveness training. I'll give some sample examples. Then health promotion and problem solving and preventions, like many NGOs, they go from place to place for creating AIDS awareness programs. So even doctors, NGO professionals, nurses, etc., they are also involved in this kind of training programs. They used to tell that the side effects of alcohol, tobacco, drug abuse, etc., etc., and how social violence and conflict is increasing out of excessive use of drugs, alcohol, etc., etc. So this is otherwise we call it as also modification programs, behavior modification programs. Then conflict resolution and coping and social support for transition and crisis. There are conflict in the terms you can start with from organization to international international platforms. Say for like now conflict between Syria, ISIS and the what we say NATO forces. So now people are migrating to one place to other place, to bombing, creating bombarding, etc., etc., in other places. So this has created international violence in the process. So that's why different countries, the agents of peace and creating harmony between countries, like ambassadors are meeting each others, like establishing peace. Yeah, this Pakistani external affairs or foreign delegates are coming to India just to hold meeting, so that the ongoing fight between Pakistan and India goes down. So Similarly, that is happening at the international levels, but we can have at our organizational level, the school levels, creating meetings between student and teachers, creating meetings between student leaders and the managing committee members of the IIT, that the students community should not fight with each other. In fact, in IIT, election is something different than universities. You can easily imagine how it is happening. JNU, still one union leader is missing, and everybody knows how it is happening. So, we will come back and discuss about how this kind of things can be prevented. Thank you.